All right. Pronoun Pute, name Shirin, يوم التواب, نوتي مين. Thank you guys for joining. Um, we are doing lesson 11, exercise 11, which is had it here. Bound states of the infinitive. Can't remember what this is. A direct object construction. We know how to do it. Compound infinitives. We know it. Imperative. We know it. Vocative. We know it. I think the only interesting part was all the way you can say yes. I think it's pretty cool. I didn't actually know any of them. Except for here say. Okay, and we'll struggle through the vocab and structures together. Let's start. We'll do. That's actually quite a few. Let's do for each. And we'll start alphabetically because we'll have Ben. So the first is David.
Would you more
Sorry, what?
in Boharic, would it just be more like more?
Probably more.
As in to say he oh, it'd probably be off more. He bound. So
Yeah, just more.
just more?
Just more. Same as say that they're all the same. Actually, every construction is pretty much the same.
Bound. And I need to. Would just. I really want to say en pedrome.
Yeah. So more. So what's he bound? Where's the he?
Well, that's. I'll fix that. I was. That's
Right.
that's what I was trying to say. Right? That's why I get to say af more and for more.
Oh no, just up more. Okay. And then you have a pay. So what comes before the pay? When. Okay, sweet. And then actually, let's stick to what you have. If you don't want to say P, what other definite articles you can use?
I mean, could I not just say Pemor? Peromi? Sorry.
Oh, I want to drop this. What's wrong with this?
Oh, would it be?
Yep, that's it.
Peromi. Okay.
Close, but not right. Close, but not correct. Here we go. Okay, thank you. For release, you have like vol.
Releases vol.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
From like volley was like loosen, translate. So vol just like release.
Upvol and then it's just gonna be
Also
upvol and Peromi or upvol and Peromi. So shouldn't change. Purify the man. Purify would not. It wouldn't be web, would it?
Close. It's in Bohairic, Lord's Prayer, near the beginning.
It's to cause to clean.
I'm blinking. I'm just trying to find it.
Tuvo.
Oh, tuvo. Mm.
If you want to say whoop, then so tuvo is to causative of whoop, so like t whoop, and whoop itself means be pure or innocent. So, which is actually not a Baha'i thing to say whoop, which is why in Lord's Prayer say Marif Tuvo in J Bekran, and then inside you have like Mare Bekran Whoop. But they're basically the same words. Purity, and as a verb it means pure. Okay. One more. Actually, no. Finish this.
Tayo. Would it be Tayo for honored?
Yes.
Tayo. I'm probably going to double check my spelling.
No, that's correct.
Okay. All right. That should be the 4.
Perfect. Thank you. Randy, you want to do the next 4?
Sure. So he loved the man. May men. I don't remember what the absolute form is for Bohairic.
I think it's just May.
Is it still may even for?
Yeah. So actually, we missed something. So it says here giving alternate translations if possible. So maybe for each one, alternate one. So it's up to you guys. We can either do for each one we do once with a pre-nominal and once with full form, or we can alternate the question. But we can just do like each question, just write it all, so we can practice the whole thing. What do you guys think? So do it once with once with the full form and then once with pre-nominal.
Okay.
So we'll do always full form, then pronominal, so it's clear.
Okay.
And then your choice of just use one of them, either P or P. It's not what we're testing right now.
All right.
Isn't. Oh. Okay, you did fix it.
I think those are the spellings for the absolute and pre-nominal. I'm checking here.
Looks right. I think so.
Yeah, so Bohairic has it can be a epsilon or eta, but it has the iota after either of the spellings. And then let's see, the pre-nominal.
Cool. I didn't know.
I see the pre-suffix for minrit. I'm not sure about pre-nominal. It shows minre, but it doesn't show a hyphen after the minre. So I'm not sure if that's what
I think it's missing. But I think it's correct.
Okay. All right. He chose the man. I'm not sure if it's epsilon or without epsilon. Looks like no epsilon.
Without just so.
All right. He will bound the man. Is it bind? Would it be he will bind in English, or is it supposed to be he will bound?
He will bind.
Yeah, so it's just going to repeat in the different tenses, and I just copied and pasted. So
Okay.
it's probably a copy and error.
Namur Piromi. I think it might be Merib. Piromi.
Are you able to use this form with future? I know it works only for some tenses. I mean, actually, yeah, he's using it for future.
Oh, the Jernsted's rule. Yeah, you can use it for FNA. If it was just the first present like that, then you cannot do the prenominal. But if it has the na, then you can do it again.
Okay.
Check the mer. Oh, it looks like it's just mer with like that. He will release the man. So Navol P Romi, or I guess it would be Vel P Romi. Let me check
Perfect. Thank you. Do you want to give us? This has always tripped me because I mean I kind of know it just hand wavy, but do you want to explain for us the Stern-Jernst rule and use layman language? So don't tell me what gerative is because I don't know what don't tell me what gerative. Just tell me what gerative is. So in the future, when is this permissible? Sorry, when is this permissible and when it's not permissible in easy language?
So for easy language, the best way I could do it is just to give like which forms you can do it with and which ones you can't, just by like showing examples of it. Because like even the way it works is like it's so basically, so if it has na, like fna, so the only times you can't do it is if it's just the first present. So what is it? You couldn't say vel piromi. You would have to say vol impiromi.
Okay.
Another one is when you do the whatever your preference for calling is, the imperfect or the preterite. The nai vol impiromi, you can't say nai vel piromi. It would have to be nai vol impiromi.
Okay.
Trying to think of other ones.
So those are both. I see that both of them are basically verb to be, once in the present, once in the past. So one is like I am loosening, one is I am binding, and the other one is like I was binding. So it looks so. Is it just okay? Things that are past and present continuous so far.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Easy rule. And then, but then can I use it like share or like sharek vel piromi?
Yeah, that works.
Okay, so just basically not the present or the past continuous. Okay, that works. Can we get back to David quickly? And do you want to do the same for the verbs on top? Just do the alternative translation so we have everything. You can start right before empiromi. So it's like, so not to write it twice.
Okay.
Suppen.
So this would be bind. It would be what's off. Of mer.
Yep.
Mer. Okay. Just making sure I got all correct. And this guy would be Avel Piromi of purified.
Oh, I don't know this one, but is it gonna be Tev?
Tev.
Let's check. Looks like there is no other option. Oh no, we have one. No, sorry, it's Tuve.
Tuve.
Tuve. Okay. Like this?
Yep.
Aptuve bildromi. And this would be be honored of Thai? No, Te?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just drop the auto and A.
Drop the O for an A. Thai?
Yep.
Of Thai and bildromi. Okay.
No M.
Oops.
Yep.
All right.
What's the difference between those two? One's taking the definite article, sorry, one's taking the direct object marker, and the other one's not.
Correct.
This
As far
is
as, as far as the difference in meaning, I've always assumed it's just probably it marks like probably emphasis, maybe with maybe the object is more stressed, you know, the way they spoke it. So like maybe it's like in English you would say like, you know, he purified the man versus he purified the man, like presumably because the Omicron changes to a epsilon, so probably it was de-stressed before the object.
Got it. So there might be a difference in emphasis, but
Yeah.
essentially it has the same meaning. It's
Correct.
just a different form before a noun versus before a preposition.
Correct. Yeah.
So yeah, one other thing I used to like think about it is like if we think about it, like from my understanding how it used to be in more ancient Egyptian, you were like if I want to say I'm eating an apple, I'd be like I am upon eating an apple. That's how they did it. That's why eating works as a verb or a noun. But when I think of it, like the emphasis was like Randy just said, is like I am upon eating an apple or I am upon apple eating. So I am eating an apple or I am doing apple eating. I like to think of like the apple eating as like they're trying to put it together. That's why it's like super unemphasized, like vel piromi. Nothing's like just I am doing the main release. Kind of. But if you look closely at the text, it seems like it randomly happened to be like I can see the verb is very emphasized, but they use this form. So just basically just another way of saying it.
The only situation I know, I don't know if Leighton mentions it in this book, but he mentions it in the bigger grammar for Sedic. There are times where you have to use this like prefixed form with the hyphen for specifiers, so that mostly includes numbers. So like if you wanted to say, I'm trying to think, like he ate an apple, or he ate, let's say 3 apples or something. If you wanted to say he ate 3 apples, I don't think you could say afwom and what would it be shomti and I don't know how to spell it in Bohairic Chem Beck or whatever. I don't think you could say it like that. So for anything with a verb and a number word, I think anytime you have the option to use the prenominal form, I think you have to say it like the verb has to be prenominal if it's before a number or if it's before something like a lao. So like maybe like hui in Bohairic, or maybe one as well. So like you would have to do it this way as far as I know. So anytime you see, if you ever see like a sentence with a verb, but then it's immediately followed by hui, like, you know, like he doesn't do anything, I'd be curious if it says like afer, be curious if it's always afer hui or if it can be iri, you know, iri and hui. Anyway, I don't want to spend too much time on that, but yeah, that's like the one situation I know where you have to use this prefixed form of the verb.
Got it. Thanks.
I'm sending to show the bugs in the dictionary. Okay, because I want to be able to put a Coptic word and it shows me all the forms. All right, Ben, you're here. All right, next 4. So
Okay.
if you're able, basically there are 2 forms if we use for this tense. So do it if you can. Well, in all your questions you can. Just translate the next 4. That's it.
Okay. So are we talking he will purify the man, or he
Yes.
purified the man?
He will purify the man.
Okay. So make sure Coptic's enabled here. Should be. Wait, that's not Coptic. Oh, here we go. Heck. There we go. Now Coptic's working. Okay, so he will purify the man. That would be let's see. That's past. Okay, so off. Oh, with the tav. So off tovo, and then forget where this is. Piromi. Romi. Is that's past though?
Yeah,
So-
we want it in the future.
Right. So it has a na in it. So na. Snal. Snal. So is that it?
No. The
Snalo.
verb for purify is tuvo.
Tuvo. Okay. Fnatvo. So it would be pronounced Fnatuvo or Fnatuvo?
Not tuvo.
Natuvo. Okay. Empromi.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could do or the different form of it, which would be Fnatuvo or Fnatuve.
Yes.
So just the vowel on the end that changes, and then dash Piromi. Sorry, I'm going between the Greek keyboard and the English one. Okay. That right? And honor.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Honor is honor Efna of tile, right? Tiles. Tile. Fromi. Slash Taya. Let me check above. Yeah, okay. So it just Omicron changes to an epsilon. Okay. Taya. Sorry guys, getting back into this.
No, fine.
Fromi, and then he will love is May. Yeah, May. Okay. Couldn't remember. Off Name. And Fromi slash Fna. Had a double alpha there. Name. Oh wait, Fna. See. May. Let's see. How would that vowel change? Would that be an Nami? Name?
I have
Comes
an
before?
example of it on E above.
E. Okay. Menra. Okay. Interesting. That's very different. Menra. Thank you. Hiromi. Okay, so that whole stem changes there.
You have an extra Omicron on FNA Taya on J.
Oh yeah, with turmeric for a second there, oil. So just kidding. And then that's 3. All right, he will choose. Actually, I added an extra alpha there too. Sorry. Choose. So sorry, just so what up? And Fromi. Okay, slash. Na. Enre. No, na. Solre with an omicron, maybe because it's short. Saw.
With epsilon.
An epsilon. Setep.
Yep.
Same consonants. Okay. Setep. Dash Piromi. Okay. Thanks for your patience, guys. Is that right?
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, I got the easy ones. He will bind them in. Just copy this and remove them now. And because it's present, there's only one option. So we're just gonna do more in Piromi. That's it. And then the next one, releasing the man. Again, there's no other option because present doesn't allow the other one. He's purifying the man. Easy, easy. And then he's honoring the man. Not fire. Okay. That's it. And actually, I want to use a Tayo Promi. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I like how they're used here. Okay. Next we have. I think it's David next.
I'm just looking at B. Do you want me to just finish this one up, or do you want me to?
No, finish this.
this?
Yes.
Me Emperomi. Me. Tip Emperomi. Emperomi. Oops. Oh, oops. So, all right. And then for B, do you want to just do you want to do it one at a time just because you have to do 8?
Yes. So thank you. This is pretty much it. For this one, there's a few. I think there's a lot of them, so we can work in parallel. Each of us can get a verb and just do it, and then we'll review together, and then we move on to the next one. Sounds good?
Yep.
All right. We'll adjust the column. We want to make it as small as possible once we get it, once we have it all done. So David do bound. So it's like he bound. Oh, wait. I need one here.
B.
I need to add. Here we go. And then here it's he, and then just conjugate this all the way to the end. We'll do one each, so no one is confused. Let's do it in order. So David do bound, Randy do release, Randy for R, Ben for purify, and I'll do honored, and then we'll revisit them again.
And It's asking for the pronominal form, correct?
It's asking for the pre-pronominal, yes. Transitive Coptic uses the background and going through all 8 persons. Oh, and then promi at the end. Just like we did earlier, just do both cases. So I'll come here and say the man. And feel free to, if it's too small for you, because your verb is big, just increase the size of the column.
I'm gonna look up more.
Oh, do both ways. Did he say pronominal or he didn't say? He's using the bound state, so use pre-pronominal form. Don't have to do my, Brandy. Let's
So sorry, you said just the regular form and then
just the bound form. So use vel. Don't use or not vel. Don't use my. Use the pre-pronominal form.
okay.
All right. Actually, I need to check. And if anyone needs me to check anything, let me know. Or you can always use the dictionary, which I will be using right now. Where's time audio? What are time? And then
Some of these for Boharic, I don't know. For the first person singular, I don't know if it would be a volley or a vol. It may be volley, but I'm not sure.
I'm trying to search through. What was it? The old textbooks we went through. I'm trying to find the chapter.
It's chapter 11. Okay.
Mort.
The y'all one I'm not sure about because I know prepositions usually use the new form, but verbs, I can't remember. I think there might be certain verbs that actually conjugate it with y'all, or and then like others just use the tenu. I can't remember though.
Order.
Oh, it's actually with theta. Never mind. It's to be.
Tenu.
Yeah.
I've read Tenu. Moru. And then
Oh, I actually do see on the. I'm looking on the same page as you, Mark, as the website that I made, and it actually does show a volet for first person singular and volley with iota for second person feminine. So I got those both wrong.
Wait, found it.
Here we go.
So, yeah, we're waiting on the bound guy. Who's bound? It's David.
just because I'm just not certain about the first person singular and the second person feminine.
Okay, we'll do it together. All right, let's start from the beginning. Bound. You sure of Mo? If anything you're unsure of, we can look it up together.
So I don't know. I don't know if it would be Afmort or Afmori.
Okay, so we have here so what we can do is we take the row, we put it here, and we see what it's saying. Here we go. Tert. Tert. So when you end with a consonant, and I think Clayton was also mentioning this, when you end with a consonant that is not from Vilnor, you just do a T. It was right here, and I think Buhaira would not be much different. Yep. So hop. So because it ends with just a P, so you just add a T. Because it used to be like hop T, or the T was there at some point. So Mort will probably be the right one. Does that make sense for everyone? I'm just guessing based on what it says here.
And then what did it say for the second person feminine?
It says for a second person feminine, it's using an A here, but let's check again for other options. Here we go, ver. How does it want to do this? I think it's because it's just a regular constant, it just becomes an A. So that's the rule here, and I think it applies to Baharic. The only thing I'm not sure of is in Baharic, is it going to be an A or an E? Like iota.
I would
So-
imagine be a iota.
Okay, that's it.
It looks like the correspondence is whenever the first person singular ends in a T, then the second person feminine will end in a iota, and if the first person singular ends in a iota, then the second person feminine will end in nothing. It's just a zero ending.
Interesting. Okay, makes sense. But I'm seeing here tere, not teri.
How is it spelled?
Tere. This from Milan, and then I see it here as
Right.
well. Tare. But I mean, they're different. They're not verbs.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm seeing a few of them. So yeah.
I used to have a table for them. I think he had like a really good table. Maybe it's an upcoming verbs. Or maybe, oh no, I think he did it during prepositions. When do you do prepositions? He has like a good table with everything. But this is more also Sahidic, so it doesn't actually solve our problem with the A. Theory sounds about right. Let's sorry, like the iota. Let's go with this for now. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go with this until proven otherwise. Okay. So, Dave, do you want to walk us through your stuff?
So for he bound me, it'd be afmort. For you to Emil, be afmork. To you, if it was female, it'd be afmodri. If it was he bound him, it'd be afmorf.
Mm-hmm.
And if you bound her, it'd be afmors. If you bound us, it'd be afmodren. And if you bound you all or you guys, it'd be afmodrtenu.
Okay.
And
Mm,
or would it be afmorten?
I think mer with epsilon.
so tenu, whenever you
Oh.
have tenu, it actually acts like a pre-nominal. Like you take tenu as a word. With an
Afmedtenu.
probably with an A,
Epsilon, yeah.
like vel, because you shorten the vowel. Okay, and we can also check again, but I think so.
Yeah, afmertenu. And then if you bound them, it'd be afmodru. Would the O become a omega?
No, so the omega, basically when you have an M or an N, the omega becomes an U. But here it's a piromi, so you have to use the smaller form, which you used earlier
Oh
actually.
no, I was talking for they.
Oh, sorry. Looks like it doesn't change. I think it doesn't change. I think just U.
Okay.
Because again, it's where the stress is. You don't want to say afmuru, you want to say afmuru. Just like afmurf, afmuru, because the emphasis is on the U.
And then for this, it's
Great.
Afmed Piromi, just like we had it in the
Yeah.
exercise A.
Sweet. Thank you. Release. So Randy, do you want to walk us through how you did it? So basically discuss which form you used
Sure.
and why you chose your suffixes.
I did want to bring up real quick. I think I know David was curious about the the off motto because maybe because there's sometimes where there's forms where it's not just u, but it's omega u, like nemo. So there are times like that where it ends in omega and then u, but here it would just be u.
Okay.
So so I released, or he released me, a vault, or a volt. He released you, a volt. He released you, a volley. He released him, a wolf. He released her, a wolf. He released us, a vollen. He released you all, af veltenu. He released them, af volu. He released the man, af velpiromi.
Okay. Anyone has any questions? Looks fine to me. Like, clear. Okay, I'll take that as well done. Purify, Ben. So you have two options for us.
Yeah, mostly because I wasn't sure of what pattern this verb takes.
So we can start by, let's actually find the actual form. So we have tuvo. And let's search it here. Tuvo. So for sure, Tij become pure. So the prenominal form is actually tuvo. So actually it does not change. So it's tuvo plus something. So for starters, that will be none of them.
Got it. So be 2 volt or just
So-
2 volt with blank.
So what I also checked if you have an O, and if you have an O at the end, we don't use the T. That's where things actually become easy. So here are the examples.
Be 2
You just
volt.
go with like oi.
Okay. So you write a iota on the end.
Yes.
Okay.
So and then
Let's
we can
get rid
and
of
then
that one.
we can drop the bottom one.
Got it. Gotcha. So I'll fix these then. Because each of these that have a pronominal ending have to have this one's tricky. So it would be of tuvoi, of tuvok, or tuvok, of tuv, and it's blank if there's a iota in this, right? So just of tuv.
Yes, you actually put nothing after.
Okay, so of tuv. But if you had a T, it would be an I.
Like you write the O, and then it's so in all the forms it's tuvo, and then
Right,
you add
right.
something to it. In this case, it's tuvo plus nothing to it.
That makes sense because it's just the root has a ends in a vowel, or the stem ends in a vowel.
Yes. So yeah, the O is part of the root.
That's right. So be of tuvoi, of tuvok, of tuvo. Just fixing these as I go. Of tuvov. Because it has to have the vowel there.
Yes.
It ends in a stem ends in a vowel. Okay. Then of tuvos. Of tuv. This was a tuvon.
Yes.
Okay. So you did include both vowels there.
Sorry. So now you're doing af tuvo when it's just af tuvon. The reason we had an A at the beginning because like you don't want to say avolin. Like you want to say
Yeah.
avolin, so that's the A. But in this case, the N sits right nicely here.
So the N replaces the omicron.
No, the A is only because you have like volin, so because you have two consonants, so you put the E in between. But when you end with a vowel, like tuvo, you can just slap an N and you can still pronounce it fine.
Okay.
It'll be like
So of tuvon.
Yep.
Of tuvon. Okay. Makes sense. And then I'm just fixing these as I go. Of two. This was this is pre-pronominal, so it has an no, sorry, prenominal, so it has an epsilon, right?
when it ends with an O, the O expands to become oten. So we only did
Okay.
that because we had a consonant at the end.
Oh, so you only use this form you're saying if the stem ends in a consonant, like here.
But here the
Okay.
O itself is at the end, so the O gets extended.
Okay, got it. So this would be open of 2 volten. Spelled out. Okay.
You extend
And it's a long O.
Sweet.
Is that how you would do it?
Of 2 volten. And that happened. Sorry, what did you say, Randy?
I'm just curious. Is that how it works in Bahar to vote in like that with an omega?
So here, so you can see a Hoten right here. There's also another one for Emo and Ero. What do they call it? The Emos or Eros?
So the
Ah.
vowel lengthens with this.
If you search them here, you find like the Ero. Trying to find them.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of any verbs offhand where you can do the second person plural like that, like as a pre. Like I know you can do it for a lot of prepositions, but for like.
Oh, verbs and prepositions. Very good point. So
Yeah, it's a
going on
different vowel pattern.
prepositions.
You could also maybe do that to match the pattern of the other before the other type's endings. But I don't know. Unless it's contracted somehow with the etin that's part of the ending. So etin plus o plus all becomes o, contracting.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like simple verbs where it sounds like like afwom would be he ate. Af womis or womif would be he ate it.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay,
Yeah.
I need to run.
Very
We'll
nice.
resume this again next week.
Sounds good.
All right. Sounds good.
Have a good
Yeah,
week,
all right.
guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.